If you want a fulfilling life, it's all about contributing, giving, and serving others. Jesus Christ is the greatest example of that, being a servant of others, being a servant for God, being a servant of the greater good, right? You can see plenty of examples of people. All suffering comes from being selfish. It's all about me, baby type love, where it's all about me, what you can do for me. Me. Look at me. You know, Lucifer fell from heaven. He was the greatest angel in heaven, and he fell from heaven because he would rather reign in hell than be a servant of heaven. Pride was the fall of Lucifer and the fall of Satan, right? So are you living a life that where it's all about status and significance, and it's all about me, look at me, I'm the king, I'm the badass? Sure, and I'm not saying even that's completely evil, but it's not going to lead to a fulfilling life, because fulfillment comes from service of others, contributing to others, loving others. And the only way to do that is through growth, right? Going on your spiritual journey, going through your personal evolution. And the growth comes in a lot of different ways and shapes and forms. But it's growth at the holistic level, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sure, financially, because, hey, there's nothing wrong with money, because typically money, not always, but in the business world, money, especially here in America, God bless America, capitalism, money is a reflection of how much value you add to the marketplace, right? So money, a lot of times, can be a spiritual journey of how much are you contributing to the world, to America, to other people, you know, is going to equivalent to money. So I'm not saying any of that's bad, right? But it's about the intention, the why. Now, because that's going to lead to your fulfillment, because you could have the same byproduct of contributing, helping a whole bunch of people. But if your intentions is just for personal gain, for selfish ambition, it talks about in the book of James in the Bible, selfish ambition, right? If it's just about you and you benefiting, and it's not really coming from a holistic, heartful place of service and love, just wanting to give to others. I mean, you look at Jesus Christ, you look at Gandhi, you look at Mother Teresa, you look at Bob Marley, you look at Martin Luther King, you look at people that did make a positive difference, regardless if you completely support or believe in those people or their mission. They made a huge impact on the world at large. A lot of wise because of their intention, their heart of what they were doing through their impact, through their contribution to the world. Your work, and it could be your business, it could be your profession, it could be your career, or it could just be your charity, your volunteering. Your work is typically the purpose, the meaning of your life, your contribution to others in society, right? And so the intention of this video is coming from love, and love first and foremost, for you, for others, for the world, for myself, for God, for everyone, love. And from that love, wanting to serve, just like Jesus Christ is the greatest example, coming from love, wanting to serve others, right? And the journey of how you're going to be able to create a greater impact, a greater contribution, so you can have a more meaningful, purposeful, and fulfilling life, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Again, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. You're driving the Corvette, the Lamborghini, you got the 100 grand, the million, the 10 million in your bank account, you got the business, you got the accolades, you got the status, you got the significance, blah, 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 blah. The ultimate failure is being successful, but not having meaning, not being fulfilled, and not feeling like you're living a very meaningful, purposeful, impactful life. On the contrary, there's plenty of people that are making that are completely fulfilled, making a huge impact, and don't necessarily have money or status or success or accolades where, you know, here in America, what most people will consider success. You can have both, right? They're both. There's the art of fulfillment. It's an art. It's like drawing a beautiful painting. This is art. This has nothing to do with money. This has nothing to do with achievement or success. This is God's creation. This is beauty. Right? Fulfillment is beauty. Fulfillment is art. Fulfillment is spiritual, right? Success, as far as just generating money and accolades and building a business, etc. It's a science. There's patterns. There's pattern recognition around sales and marketing and business, right? So I'm talking mainly about the art of fulfillment, right? Because having the success without the fulfillment, man, that's the ultimate failure. So you want to master both. But if you're going to pick one, I'd rather be fulfilled, right? But you want both. You can have both. There's no reason to choose one or the other. So how do you have the art of fulfillment? How do you live a meaningful, purposeful, fulfilling life? is all about contributing, serving others, serving towards God, serving towards Jesus, serving towards whatever you believe in, serving towards the greater good, not only for yourself, you are included, but for the people around you, your community, society, and the world at large. How are you serving others? And a great way to do that is you go on the journey of personal evolution, transformation, right? You grow, you evolve mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially. You grow. The more you grow, guess what? The more you can give. The more you can give to others. The more you experience, the more you learn, the more you become, the more you be and become, the more you're going to be able to impact and serve others and live a more fulfilling, meaningful, impactful life. Not only for your legacy after you die and beyond your life, but as you live today, because that's what we're here for. Amen. We're out here in Lake Tahoe, California. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Peace out.